That was, yeah, but they used to run, didn't they run four of the Hero Blade holds in
yeah,
that deck?
they definitely did. And the big thing it allows you to do is essentially attack around a lot of the little creatures of red-green.
Okay.
So it looks like
We're both in a
Alec is playing here, plays an island, no first turn play. But
Forest.
Trevor won't give him the same courtesy for playing a first turn Avacyn's Pilgrim.
And two, Gitaxian Probe, hard cast, taking him down to 18. Let's see what Trevor has in his hand. He has...
Yeah, so there's a Bird of Paradise, Huntmaster of the Fells, Acidic Slime, Elvish Visionary, and Borderland Ranger, as well as one Plains. A pretty solid hand. It's likely to ramp into a Borderland Ranger next turn to set up basically to get a mountain for his...
Huntmaster of the Fells?
Yeah, that's right.
It looks like Alex has an awful lot of land if that altered art land is correct in his hand. It looks like he might have 3 more islands in his hand at least.
Yeah, it looks like that. Okay, so seeing that he needed doesn't really have a great turn 2 play without that Pilgrim, Alec decides to Vapor Snag. He doesn't have a second green, otherwise he would be able to play Bird as well as the Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Okay, another Vapor Snag.
Yeah, so it looks like Alex kind of detected a little bit of weakness in his hand. Without the third land, isn't able to play a turn 3 drop at the moment on turn 3. Invisible Stalker.
And we know he has the Ruined Chanter Pike in his hand. He also has a Hero Blade hold and another land. But he will not be able to cast that Hero Blade hold until he comes up with
another
other white.
Yeah. So Trevor's still stuck on 2 land. Decided not to play the Elvish Visionary to try and draw the extra land. So plays the Pike. It's a +3 Pike. Attacks for 4 damage. Trevor goes down to 14. Finally gets to untap with the Bird.
Did not draw land, but he did draw Thragtusk.
Yeah, so this turn's almost definitely going to see a Borderland Ranger searching for a mountain. Yep. So goes into his deck searching for mountain. So Huntmaster has a high chance probability of coming down next turn.
But as of right now, he does not have an answer for the Invisible Stalker.
Yeah, he really, I mean, doesn't really have too many answers. He's got 2 bonfires, which he needs the red mana for now, which he does get. He also has an Acidic Slime, which he can... he goes for another forest.
He got a forest, which is interesting because if that Bird's of Paradise...
So the reason why so he went for the forest so he could actually develop his board a little bit more by playing the Avacyn's Pilgrim.
That leaves him 5 mana for Thragtusk.
Oh, plays another Pike, so now it's +6, hitting for 7, bringing 7. Basically saying to Trevor, you need to actually deal with a Pike or the Delver, or the Invisible Stalker this turn.
Thragtusk will only momentarily stop the bleeding, but he does have a pod in his hand now.
Yeah, so he what he can pod into, nothing right now. Nothing quite like at 4. I mean, he has a Friction Metamorph Solemn. What he really needs.
Acidic Slime.
Yeah, so he plays the slime, kills it, buys himself basically a turn, and probably setting himself up, to be perfectly honest, for a Thragtusk next turn, because that will basically be a fog for the turn.
All right.
Gitaxian Pro basically pumps up the Pike by another 1.
Zealous Conscripts, Huntmaster of the Fells, Elvish Visionary, Restoration Angel, Birthing Pod, and Thragtusk. He's got an awful lot of gas in his hand right now. Yeah,
all he has to do is just survive a little bit longer. So it's likely that the Stalker is going to hit for 5, putting him to 2. likely situation probably has Trevor playing the Thragtusk next turn.
It does look like Trevor drew another white land there.
Yeah, but I think it's a Seachrome Coast, which is not great on turn 6.
You are correct. Untaps.
It just has to looking for a bonfire. He draws a Copperline Gorge.
The Thragtusk will buy him buy him a turn.
Yeah. And Alec will likely go down to 12 after the attack.
Restoration Angel, Acidic Slime.
He could do that. That's actually not bad. It does kind of like put him dead to a Vapor Snag, but he has played 2, so I don't think it's like wouldn't be the worst. Does buy him a lot of turns. So I think you're right, Robert.
Okay. He will swing in and hit for 5.
Either that or he's, I can't see any other good play except doing that. So
counter, no.
I think he's kind of dangerous to do it. Well, he kind of had to wait.
Just needs a Vapor Snag. He threatens 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the board right now. Not enough to kill Alec.
Yeah.
So Alec will be able to swing with this if he chooses to.
Yeah, actually, Trevor really I think that's definitely a good play by blinking out the slime, because now the Thragtusk represents 6 turns of or 5 turns of fogging a.
Hero Bladehold can come in now.
Yeah, but there's a lot of creatures on the table right now, and I think he just packed it up.
Okay. Alec with the wizard hat on loses game 1.
Yeah.
To Trevor and Nyapod.
Trevor was in deep trouble, but was able to kind of pull it out with essentially two acidic slimes.
Acidic Slime is another one of my favorite cards, just because it has the ability to remove almost anything that you have trouble with. A lot of times, enchantments, it can be a trouble, especially with Spectral Flight. You want to get rid of that. You have other cards like the swords. It's always been great. Acidic Slime, destroy a sword, or in this case, a pike. Destroy a land to make them off a color. Very fundamentally useful card. A lot of times people have pulled it from the Nyapod deck or put it in the sideboard. This time for Trevor, he's able to pull out and ruin 2 pikes, which basically was the difference in the game.
Yeah. So they go to the sideboards. Flint has a mutagenic growth in the sideboard. Very likely to come in because it's one of the best ways to protect against bonfire. Probably is considering bringing in Misstep and Gutshot to deal with the early mana creatures of Nyapod. Phantasmal Image is a really, really good kind of answer to the come into play creatures of the Nyapod deck. Probably not anything else. Maybe a Divine Offering to kind of deal with the pod.
But he never even used it. We never even got to see it.
That's true.
So
though I think Alec probably would have presumed it based on the slime.
Okay.
Not many decks run slime without kind of an easy way of getting it out. So Birthing Pod's probably it.
Okay, on the sideboard here we have Dismember Zealous Conscripts, Blade Splicer, Bonfire the Damned.
So absolutely, Blade Splicer comes in.
Yes.
Really good against the Geisters and Troughs of Alec's deck. Bonfire again, really good. Thragtusk also buys you some vital amount of time.
Ancient Grudge.
Yeah, I think Ancient Grudge is one of he did draw 2 pikes, and so he may presume there's more equipment. As it turns out, Alec only has 2 pikes in his deck, so bringing Ancient Grudge is probably a little frisky, I think, if you do that.
Okay.
He does have a Crushing Vines. I think Crushing Vines is much more reasonable. It kills a few creatures, though actually less creatures in Alec's deck.
All right.
And probably brings in the other Huntmaster of the Fells. Okay, so it looks like now Alec is going to be on the play.
All right, for those of you just joining us, we are in round 10 of 10 at the Standard Open at the Star City Games Open Series in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Robert Martin, joined in the booth by Ben Seck. We are going to do this round, and then we have the quarterfinals. Both of these players are playing to play win and in situations. Alex Flint with the Blue Wizards hat lost game one. Trevor won on the back of Acidic Slime and Restoration Angel to come through and win that game, knocking out 2 Ruin Chanter's Pikes that prevented Alec from winning. It'll be interesting to see how it goes game 2 here with Alec on the play. That is a benefit to be able for him to go out there first.
Okay, so the hands. So he has a full art card that I can't work out what it is, but it doesn't look like he only had one land, so I think he's pulling it back. I think Trevor's keeping it. Trevor,
he's showing us the cards. Thank you, Trevor. Greatly appreciated.
If you could do that again, that'd be great. He was a little quick.
Oh, he did show us 2 land. It looked like 2 land. Averson's Pilgrim. So right away, Trevor will have action on the board. That will be good for him. Nyapod early out, turn to Birthing Pod, really would put himself in a really good situation to come through and win this match and move on to the top 8, which very possibility we might have him as our first match in the top 8.
For sure. Okay, so
Alec down to 6.
Both these decks are basically don't exist as of a couple of weeks from now. Birthing Pod being a crucial element of this deck, and also on the other side, it loses Mana Leak, Vapor Snag, Ponder, a lot of like key sorceries and instants.
Gutaxian Probe on the first play.
Yep.
Let's see what he has again.
So now we get to actually see the hand. So the hand has Bonfire, Blade Splicer, Averson's Pilgrim, 4 lands, including an island. He has 1 island, so he can actually play the Metamorph.
Yes.
He also has Phantasmal Image in his deck. So it's not even it's kind of a full color pod rather than a Nyapod.
I actually love this keep. I mean, turn 2 Blades, turn 2 Blade Splicer out there really will put a cramp in Alex's hand.
Yeah, the only thing that he's going to like be worried about is this hand doesn't have a ton of like depth. It only has 3 spells, a Blade Splicer, which has a habit of like getting Vapor Snagged
or Gut Shot, like
yeah.
Or in this case, his Aversion Pilgrim got Gut Shot, so now he's off the turn.
So Alec actually has his Delver is actually completely like sharpied out, so you can tell exactly which flip card he has.
No mistake on that one. Most of us have a check mark by it. Goes for the full color. Okay, taps land, another one.
Another Delver. Also very, very brave in the face of like knowing that there's a Bonfire in Trevor's hand. It's also knows that he has land for it, so he just really relying on this flip. If this flip happens, it's devastating. He goes and he has it. This is the
6 takes him to 13.
Wow, he just kind of flips him attacking. Okay, plays Thought Scour on himself.
Land.
Spectral Flight. Okay, so Trevor is really on the back foot because of he really needs to draw a. He just like draw a Bonfire the Miracle Way.
2 for Elvish. Oh, Phantasmal Image.
Yeah, so playing the Phantasmal Image, copying Insectal Aberration, trying to block, but gets targeted, dies because of the illusion text. Trevor really kind of like only 2 attacks plus, you know, a mere gut shot away. And if he has another Snapcaster, there's plenty of gut shots in the graveyard.
Okay, that 4th land, very important. That could lead to Hero Bladehold also, which we have not seen in his hand. Okay, 4 lands.
So Trevor plays the Huntmaster, bringing up to 9. What that actually, like, especially allows him to do is not to go to 1, which on the attack brings him to 3, which means gut shots are not lethal, and he still has the ability to play Bonfire next turn.
I didn't know Huntmaster brought out sharks. I thought they brought out wolves, but you know, hey,
Sharks is they're my hockey team of choice.
There's a Vapor Snag on the Huntmaster.
Wow, so really now it's all about, he needs to draw land here. Does he have the land? Maybe he actually has the 4 land that's in his hand since the beginning of the game.
Yes.
Okay,
Cavern
so
of Souls.
I would be surprised if he doesn't like try and go for the Bonfire here. Bonfire for 2. If there's a mana leak, it's over. But no, Bonfire resolves. Trevor starts stabilizing at 2.
The Shark takes him down to 14 or 12.
Oh, down to 10.
Down to 10
because of all the self-inflicted damage from the Phyrexian mana.
Go.
Wow, this could be a really big comeback by Trevor here.
He really needs to get something else on the board quickly. And
yeah,
Huntmaster maybe now.
I think a Thragtusk would be a perfect card for him to play right now. But another the Huntmaster that got bounced goes back up to 4, gets another wolf/shark.
Yes. 2 San Jose Sharks on the offensive here potentially. All right, Elvish Visionary, draw a card, always helps.
Okay, so very close to, like, if he does nothing, he will die the next turn because the Huntmaster will flip and he'll just die, actually, because Alec is actually on 4. It looks like Alec might have a hero, and a hero is really not the card he needs right now. No, he images, okay. Oh, wow.
Visionary.
Strange that he images the Visionary and not the Huntmaster. Wow, what is his plan here?
Probe himself to 3.
He's kind of, I think he's almost has just given up here. I'm not really sure exactly what.
He did show him the Bonfire in his hand. So even if he has something to come up here, Bonfire does resolve it.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't
Shows
win.
him everything.
I'm
going to really question it. Now, granted, it wouldn't have made a difference. He would have temporarily, no, would have gotten up to 6. He would have Bonfired for
2.
But it would have